Let's program and be creative. It's time for MIT App Inventor. In this video, we're going to go over Big Idea 2, Data, our app, our lyrics game. It's going to be a compression app where we're going to compress lyrics and people are going to have to guess the name of the song based on the lyrics that have been compressed. You can see you're going to need this media. I have some sounds for you: icon home, icon microphone, lyrics, and the song and lyrics, which all the info that you'll need. That is what this is here. It's just a simple Word document. And let's look at it. And you can see it has the artist name, it has the song name, it has the URL. It also has the lyrics that we're going to compress. So we'll need that. On day one, you actually tried to design this. Because we use App Inventor so long, you should know how to do this on your own. We've built a bunch of different apps. You should be able to drag in, just by looking at this and looking at the components here, you were able to design this on your own on day one. You also should be able to design this part, which is the lyrics part. You have a home button, a new song, you have a hint. So when you click on hint, it'll add a word that has been decompressed. At the bottom, you can guess. You have speech recognizer, and you have another button. And again, you can look at my components and help you to design this. So that's what you should have done on day one. And additionally on day one, I gave you my code. So if you click at this, you can see this is all of the code that we needed to get this game to work. So on day one, I want to give you a challenge and see if you could build this on your own without my video. This is the video that shows you how to build this out. Let's look at the app. So here I have my app. Let's connect it. So here's the app. You can see it's playing some of the lyrics on the song. And it should randomly change. So I'm going to let this one play. And after that, you'll hear another song. And remember, it's slow because I'm using my emulator and recording. If you try it on a phone or a tablet, it'll play regular. It won't be as slow. So you see we have some of the songs that you can guess in the background here.
Can you guess the song name from their lyrics?
So you can see here's the lyrics up here. It has and only. This is kind of hard to guess. I have new song. I have hint. At the bottom, I have guess a song. I can say it. If I click on this, I can say the word or the name of the song, and it'll show up in here. And I can click on guess to actually try to guess the song. So let's do a hint.
Hint. I have added this word on. What song is this?
This is still pretty hard. We got 11 more hints.
Hint. I have added this word yay. What song is this?
So even though that's God's plan, let's click new song and see what that does.
I have added this word that. What song is this? Hint. I have hint. I have added the hint. Hint. I have added this word in. What song is this?
So I see rain. So I'm going to do a hint just to show you.
Hint. I have added this word you. Hint. I have added this word want.
I know it's purple.
What song is this?
Let's do purple rain. So I know it's purple rain, and I'm going to click guess.
You win. The song is Purple Rain.
And you can see here, I can press play. And it plays the song. So you can see I can, if I click on,
Hint. I have added this word am.
so if I click on new song,
What song is this?
so if I click on new song, you can see it gives me a new song, and I
Hint.
have,
Hint. I have added this word wobble.
I know this
What
is,
song is this?
I know this is wobble. I can click on guess. So that's the app you're going to build. So, all right, so let's go ahead and create this app. So I'm going to click on projects, start a new project. Let's call it lyrics compression game. And I'm just going to click on OK. Okay, I don't really need to have my emulator connected right now. I'll do that once we're ready to test and do some of the coding. So again, I kind of have what it looks like up here, so I can kind of use this at the top. And you can see data compression, song lyrics. I want to update that title. Come on down. I'll come on down and I will update this to say data compression lyric compression game. There we go. And I'm just going to open this in a new tab and pull this out so I can kind of see it. So at the top I have a label. I'm dragging this label. Let's rename it LBL user message. And it says data compression song lyrics. And I make the background color whatever I want. You can make it anything. I'll make this center. I'll make the width fill parent. Make the text color whatever I want. I might make this bigger and bold and italics. Again, you can play with this. In the middle, I have a simple image, and I also have guess the song. So I can drag in an image, and I have a button at the bottom. This is going to be IMG lyrics, and I'm going to make it clickable, and I'll make the height fill parent. I'll make the width fill parent. Scale the picture, and the picture I'm going to upload is right here. It's from I've already downloaded it. Again, you're going to get that from the files needed on the class page. And you can see I have a link at the very top right here for you to get all the stuff you need for this app. So go ahead and put that in there. There we go. I need a button play game, BTN play game. Again, I can make whatever color, but I'm going to stick to the example. Guess the song game. I'm going to make this yellow, and I'm going to make it bold, and I'll make the shape rounded. Great. And the only thing I need to do is put it in the center. I need to go to screen and center. Now, in the example, we had a song. We also had some text to speech. So I'm going to go to media. I'm going to drag in text to speech. I'm also going to drag in a player. Now we will set the source of the player in code, but let's just rename this air songs. All right, that is all the design you need to do for part one. But let's go ahead and simply code part one. Doesn't take a lot to do, and then we'll move on to designing part two, and we'll finish with designing the second screen. And then the next video, we will actually go through how to compress the lyrics and how to decompress the lyrics. All right, so let's come here, and I no longer need this screen anymore because I've designed it pretty much. So I'm gonna get rid of that. And let's go ahead and do the simple stuff. So when somebody presses button play game, I know I want to go to another screen. So I also want to talk to the user. So let's put in some text to speech. So let's put in something like, can you guess the song name from their lyrics? I'm going to go to another screen. So I'm going to come down and do open another screen with screen name, text, and let's just call it lyrics game. And while I'm here, I'm going to make my lyrics game screen. So I make sure I have that. And it took me there. But let's go back and finish all the coding for this. So here's my lyrics game screen. Pretty simple. The only other thing we want to do is we want to play different songs of the lyrics that they're going to be hearing. So over on the things needed, you can see in sounds, I've given you these sounds. So make sure you download these sounds because you're going to play them randomly. I've already have them inside of my sound, so I am simply going to upload all of these. So over here, let's upload all these guys. So there we go. Now, in order to play, let's make a play song procedure. Let's just call play random song. And I want to have a list of these songs so I can just pick them randomly. So I'm going to need a variable. Let's just call it songs. I'm going to go to list, make a list. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I just uploaded 8 of the 10 songs. I'm just going to keep it like that. And I'll fill all these in with text boxes. So what I want is to have the exact name. So again, I can simply click on download to my computer. This will show you the first part of it if you're on a Mac, but you need to make sure you put in the whole .wave, so .wave, or you can simply, you could type it in, but make sure you type it in the correct way, or you can actually go to the files that you have on your computer, and here I could just simply copy and paste the entire thing in. So you can see here, I can, on my Mac or your Windows computer, you can go and find the files that you downloaded. So I have that. So what I want to do is pick a random song from this list and then put it in my player and play the song. So I know I want to do pick a random song from this list, and I want to put that into my play songs. So that is my source. Connect that, connect that. All right, let's make some space. Put this up here. So I'm picking a random song from this, and I'm going to play it. I'm going to put that song, which is the actual file name, and put it into the player. And then I simply want to play that song. Pretty simple, play random song. All right, so let's connect this to our emulator so we can see this and test this. So here you go. Nothing's happening. So let's say if we click on this, it'll change the song. Or when the screen starts, it should play the song. So let's do that. We made the procedure, but we're not calling it. So let's first, when the screen starts. So I'm gonna go to screen 1, pull in, screen initialize, and I'm gonna say play random song. Same thing I can do for image lyrics. When someone clicks on that, I am going to want to play a song. So what's gonna happen is whenever this is called, it'll pick one of these songs, it'll play it. If I click it again, it'll play it, yada, yada, yada. So let's try that. So if I click this first. So you see it plays different songs. So it plays a song, but we want it to keep playing songs or keep randomly picking that. So let's go to player. Here's a block we haven't used. When the player has completed, I'm going to pull that in, and all I'm going to do is play another random song. So let's try it again. Actually, let's test that initialize is working. So I'm just going to go to connect and refresh companion. So you see now when the screen opens up, it will randomly play a song. And you can see who run the world. Let's see what I have here at the bottom. Who run world. It could not play who runs the world. All right, I might have a space. Yep, I had a space at the beginning of that. See, so make sure you, when you're adding in stuff that you don't. All right, so let's see that when it stops, it continues to pick a random song. So after level up, it should pick another song. So you can see it did it. It picked Purple Rain. I remember it's going slow because I'm using the emulator. If you test this on your device, it will not be this slow. It'll sound like a regular song. And I want to see it pick another random song after Purple Rain. So there's Old Town Road. It picked that song. All right, so when we click on this button, we want to go to the next screen, but we want to make sure we stop our player. So I'm going to click on play songs, pull stop. and put it in there. So when I click on this,
Can you guess the song name from their lyrics?
all right, so that gets us to our screen. Now, for the rest of this video, we're simply going to design this screen. In the next video, we will actually code how to code out the lyrics game. But remember, on the class page right here, I've already given you the code. So this video, again, we're just going to finish the design, and then you can try to go through and look at the code and finish it up. But in the next video, I will be doing that for you. All right, so let's pull out our design actually, so I can have something to look at. And it is this, open in a new tab. I'm just going to simply move this over here. Now, I can see at the top, what is this song? So that's the title. What song is this? I have a label. I'm going to rename it LBL user message. I'm just going to follow the template. Lyric compressed. Guess the song. My text color is yellow. It is bold. My background is black. My width is fill parent. And my text alignment is centered. Then I have a little empty area. And if you look at this over here, I have a web viewer. And then I have this little horizontal arrangement with stuff inside of it. But that image is in the background now. So let's do that. So I'm going to click on the name of my screen. You see background image, and I'm just going to simply select. That's how you get it in the background. Now at the top I said I had a web viewer. That web viewer is invisible, so I'm turning it off. Then I have a horizontal arrangement that I'm going to drag. And just so I make sure that the web viewer is on top of that, I'll put it up here. And then you can see my horizontal arrangements at the bottom, and I'll get rid of that. My horizontal arrangement, I'm just going to put none just to make sure. I'm going to add in one image, which is going to be IMG home. Let's just make that 30 pixels by 30 pixels. And the picture is going to be a picture I've given you, which is this picture here. Go ahead and upload that. There you go. Now I need two buttons inside of here. 1 and 2. This is BTN new song. And again, you can make it whatever colors you want. I am just following the template. New song. I'll make it rounded. I'll make it bold. This is BTN hint. Hint. Bold. Yellow. Rounded. Also, I need to center my screen, so I'm clicking back on lyrics and I'm going to center my screen. Now I have this at the bottom, horizontal arrangement with a text box, an image, and another button inside of it. Let me go ahead and add that in. Horizontal arrangements. And I'll add in a text box, a image, and a button. Text box will be TBX song name. That's where the user is going to type it in. The button is BTN guess song. And I'll make it bold, and shape will be rounded, and this will be img say song. And that is just going to be the user saying the song. Let's just make it 30 pixels by 30 pixels. Scale to fit. And I'm going to upload the little icon of a microphone. So again, I can click guess or, and I put it here backwards. You can, either way, I'll leave it like this. And for this, instead of the hints, and let me just show you this, over here, you can see it says hint for text box 1. I want to make sure, I'll move that out the way now. I'll make sure that this should say guess the song. So there we go. And I need to push this to the bottom. So I want to also make this fill parent. So I'm going to make that fill parent. I'm going to make this fill parent as well. And for my arrangement, I want it to be centered. That way everything is on there. Now to push this all the way down to the bottom, I'm gonna need a spacer. And I actually need a couple spacers. So if you look at it, I need a spacer between here. So I'm gonna add in a spacer here. I'll rename it spacer 1. I'll make in 0. You can see it adds a space in there, but I also, let's just say I want to make it 2 pixels. You can see there it is. Now to push this to the bottom, I'm going to add a spacer in between. I'm going to rename it spacer 2. And the height, I'm going to make that fill parent. So by adding in an empty label here and using fill parent, I can push this all the way down. Now, when we show our web viewer, you can see that'll be at the top, and it still will give space at the bottom for that. And we'll show our web viewer after they actually do the correct song. Now, there's one other thing we are missing, and you can see it at the top. It is TBX lyrics. This is actually the area where we're going to put the lyrics that they need to guess that are compressed. So here's a text box, and I want to make sure I turn on my this, that way you can see everything's there. And this is going to be TBX lyrics. Now I'm going to turn enabled off, that way the user cannot click inside of there. And the background color is going to be none. So you can see right there it says hint for text box 1. Let's get rid of that. And I am going to turn this off. That way the user cannot click inside of that. Now let's get rid of our web viewer. And this is what we have. So for example, in this TBX lyrics, it's going to look something like this. It's going to be like this. It'll give you a word. And then as they press hint, it'll fill in the other words that have been compressed. So that's what that will be. And the other things we need is, for this to work, we need a speech recognizer. We also need text to speech. So I'm going to go to media, pull in text to speech, and speech recognizer, and drag that in. With that, we are done with this video. We have designed this screen, and we have also designed our screen 1. So, in the next video,
Can you guess the song name from their lyrics?
let's just kind of walk through it. So, we have this little web viewer. It's hidden right now, but if I show it, you can see that's where we're going to show the video if they guessed the song correctly. And I'm going to turn that off. We have our little horizontal arrangement, our home button, new song is just going to pick a new song. We have our hints, which will decompress a word that's repeated. For example, let's look over here. So like you could see here, Joanna is said a bunch of times. So we're going to compress that everywhere it's shown. If we press hints, it would show up where everything is. And you'll kind of see that as we kind of go along the process. Down here, you can see I have, this is my text box for the song. It says guess the song. You know, I actually want to change that. Let's make the color different so it stands out from the background. There we go. And you know what? I could move this to the top if I want it. So right above, whoops, I didn't want to move just that. I want to move my entire thing. And sometimes when you're trying to drag a horizontal arrangement, it makes it harder. But so I could make it look like this. And I just want to make sure my web viewer is, yeah. So again, your kind of creativity. I put it at the bottom, but now I have it at the top. And in between here is going to be the song. All right, so I had the spacer down here kind of spacing everything out. Let me take that off and let me see what the web viewer, if I turn this on, it's going to make it really big. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So I really don't need the spacer because I want the web viewer when it shows up to be as big as possible. So this bottom spacer, again, I can delete that because now since I moved it to the top, I don't need to push everything down to the bottom. We will code this. Go ahead to the next video.